She doesn't know who she is. She's just about staying relevant. So there's no rhyme or reason to Trisha Paytas. She doesn't know who she is, and she's gonna keep on doing this.
That's true.
That's it.
It's sad because that's sad. Because yeah, I guess that would be part of it. Is she's so warped into the desperation to stay relevant that she's assassinating her own character. Because I said it a couple times, she could just chill out and make like Trisha and Moses videos and do like a blog, and it won't get like a ton of views, but she'll maintain 50,000 to 100,000 views a day, and that equates to like over $100,000 a year. And she could like chill out, and people would like her. I like her Darman style ridiculous videos. I think they're stupid. I think that they're funny. That's the content that I would tune in and watch.
I think that Trisha could do almost the same thing she does now if she wasn't so, I don't know if absolute is the right word about things. With her, like, it's black and white. It's like balls to the wall with any topic.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine the difference if she was like, you know, I'm exploring how I feel about my gender because of these reasons.
That's a good point.
But she's like, I'm trans.
That's true. She's not even That's actually a really good point.
Or if she was like, I'm really into My Chemical Romance right now, but she's like, no, like this is who I am.
That's actually a really good point. Like she didn't just say, hey, I'm exploring myself. I feel like maybe I just don't feel like being labeled a woman is appropriate. I'm exploring what that means to me. I'm trans now, and if you don't respect my pronouns, you're transphobic. And I think that kills it because it comes off as very dishonest.
She can be is erratic the right word?
I hope Gerard Way gets a restraining order.
Like she could have an erratic personality and basically still be the same person, but what happens is she's just so like definite about everything that she just turns her life into something else and tells all of these lies that she can't keep up with. And like I said, like she has no sense of self now because of it.
Yeah,
so
I think she's also afraid that people won't actually like her.
That's the thing. I mean, that's since she was younger.
I was just dumbing it down for everybody because I'm dumb.
Okay. Yeah. That's what she says she does. Like she changes her personality and does things based on what she wants, which we'll also get into when we talk about her trauma.
Somebody said, or I don't know if I should read the name, Mary Callahan said, Trisha's mother said on a video that her ex used to get so drunk that he would fall into her daughter's bed. The beginning of Trisha's trauma. That's the thing where I feel like there might be some kind of assault there or some kind of trauma there.
What does fall into bed mean?
No, well, that's part of the trauma if that's how she said it. Because Trisha, the only trauma that she's not willing to talk about, or potential trauma, is when her mother's ex-boyfriend or husband used to go into her bed naked. She won't talk about it. She said she mentioned it once, but she won't talk about it, which suggests to me that that's real. The fact, if the mother used the language fall into her daughter's bed, that suggests a massive downplay. If there's, I just don't understand. Like if my mother was dating a guy who fell into my bed when I was a kid, he would be dead. Fell into.
Yeah.
Or unless she's just talking about her. I think it would be a massive downplay.
It just makes me think of just like question like so many things because I don't know. I feel like it's not even worth getting into, but like fall into their beds. Where were their fucking beds? In the living room?
Yeah, right. Like, how do you fall into a bed?
Or did they have like a house where children had bedrooms?
I think they had a house where children had bedrooms. I doubt that they just fell into the bed. That's what I'm saying. It seems like he would go into her bed. So it depends. Maybe we get
Trisha's book.
Maybe we do get Trisha's book, and then we use it for fire stuff. No, I'm just kidding. We can read it. Okay,
okay.
Okay, it was a joke.
I'm saying we can burn it. I don't care.
Oh, okay. After we're done with it. Okay. So let's start with Trisha's mental breakdown. This is just her saying going live in YouTube 90 Minutes members top tier for 2 hours. First, yeah, this is just what I was talking about, where she's monetizing blah 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 blah. This is actually from yesterday and isn't even relevant.
You retweeted Joel Osteen.
Yeah, I don't. Well, isn't he like he's like a religious person that takes people's money?
He's one of those. I don't know what it's called,
grifter.
But they used to have him. I think like in the morning on ABC Family.
Yeah,
like he was one of the 6
grifter.
o'clock church shows where like they have. It's like their church, like what is it called? Like a session. I don't know what the fuck it's called in like Nassau Coliseum.
Yeah, like doesn't he get a bunch of money and then not give it to people, even though he's a church person and shouldn't have amazing amounts of wealth?
And he just says like really generic, like spiritual phrases.
Yeah, so he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so let's get into this. So this person said had so much fun. Oh, MVP. I don't care. I guess they bought the thing. It was so much fun. Another person, that's probably just Trisha's account. This is her OnlyFans, and maybe we'll take a look at that later. She's running a deal right now. It's $3.50.
How sad is that?
She gets a lot of viewers.
She does, but like, how sad is that?
Was what? That it's that cheap?
Yeah.
No, I think that that making it less money to get in, and then getting you to pay another $5 per video is the best form of monetization. I'll give her credit on that. This is apparently she ate Vegas all week. I don't care. I think this is where it's starting to go. People really pressed to see us happy. Moses and I were toxic as fuck at the beginning, and we've grown tremendously together. First, it's poor Moses, free him. Now it's poor Trish. We live together. We go to therapy together. We've worked past things. I actually somewhat agree with her.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care? You don't want to talk about the Moses thing?
No, we can. I just...
Want to kiss?
We can kiss.
Okay, so there have been a lot of allegations with Moses. Well, Moses is a fuckboy.
He's a man. Like he's a fucking man.
You like how I say fuckboy and he's a man.
Like he's just like a shitty man. Like I don't know. What I did want to say though, based on what you watched the other day, I don't know if you saw my comment in your chat. It sounds like Moses. This is totally off topic, but it sounds like Moses is doing the same type of thing of the guy that Britney Spears was hanging out with, and maybe that gives us a clue as to why her father was upset with things.
What do you mean?
Remember, she was running around with some type of like life guru person that was like spending her money. So like off topic, but just a thing to think about.
What do you mean off topic? That's fucking mind blowing.
When
I was
watching
that blows the fuck out of my mind. What do you mean off topic?
I don't know, Britney Spears.
That's a fucking no, because I didn't even think of it like that. So if we compare Trisha Paytas and Britney Spears, which she would love because Trisha loves Britney. Okay, they compare the two of them together. I like to brain fart. You're saying that Britney's father was upset with her running around with a guru because he was basically spending her money. That's what it seemed like.
That's what the narrative from the thing, that like Britney was running around with this like guru guy that was getting her to like do things.
Yeah. And then you're saying that maybe that's why the relationship with Moses is toxic, because he is a bullshit life guru. He thinks everybody's water and everybody's the same person, and he like passes off this absolutely nonsensical rhetoric where he criticized Ethan for defending his own wife when Keemstar would call her a horse, and he's like, you shouldn't be mean to people because then then you're being mean. I don't know. It was stupid. It was.
I guess so.
But he's a life guru that's taking advantage of Trisha.
Yeah, I guess I didn't mean to compare it for myself.
That's how
it was
interpreted
just
it.
Like it made for me. Like I just took more of it to the Britney situation to be like, oh, like we got more information from like Moses and how he actually acts. So maybe this is how the guy Britney Spears was hanging out with was. You know what I'm saying?
I think that there's a comparative, because a lot of people talk about how Moses is just using her for money.
Oh, well, the whole guru thing, like Moses is, what is it called? I can't think of the word I want to use right now, but like he's a scammer.
He's a scumbag.
Like,
yeah, he's a televangelist.
If you just could speak softly with a certain tone of voice and say like generic, like you're gonna have a bright future ahead of you.
Yeah, like but the thing is like if you are so, I honestly feel that if you're able to do stuff like that and basically just sell like bullshit guru nonsense, then you're probably like, personalize it. Imagine you were doing that, you would cringe. Like he's a cringy fuck. And I think you might be able to even argue that it's a bit morally corrupted to do that.
Oh, he totally seems like a bad person.
Yeah. I think so too. And I think that so is Trisha.
She's a bad person as well.
Yeah, I think so.
They're bad people in two different ways, and that's why they can function together.
Yeah, right. And for the most part, all the messages I read from Moses, it seems like he's a fuckboy that is manipulative. The one thing I focus on is they talk about stealthing. I don't know. It's one of those things where stealthing is obviously bad. It's some kind of violation. But we don't know if it actually happened. I wouldn't doubt it though. Do you doubt that like a 40-year-old fuckboy would take a condom off and?
I mean, like, no, it's just so stupid. Like, it's not even worth thinking about for me.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying. It's a lot of speculation. I get it. But yeah,
just the act I'm talking about. Like, that's just so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, if I found out, like, our kid did that to something, like, that's an automatic smack in the head. Like, are you stupid?
I'd beat the shit out of our kid. Absolutely. Okay. Anyway, me and Moses met on March 15th, 2020. We didn't start dating until August 2020. I did OnlyFans the entire summer, banging everyone and everything. I would brag about that too. If I was like 30 years old, I'd be like, yeah, and I meant that like sarcastically. Could you imagine a grown woman like I know that's part of her job.
Oh, I thought you were being for serious.
I know. I did some awful shit to him. He did some awful shit to me. By the grace of God and therapy, it turned out to be a beautiful thing. That's fine. I guess that's why she threw it. Listen, my thing is that they are horrible people together, but like that's their choice. So if they want to work through it, like whatever. I'm not really shitting my pants over it. But people can't accept that. And hey, if you think we're both toxic and evil, that's true. We just said that. High five. Trisha, you're becoming smarter. I'm a little sweaty.
You're clammy.
I'm clammy, yeah. Don't we deserve each other anyway? You can't think I'm both the victim and the villain. I just don't think you're a victim. I think you're I don't think you're a villain, you know, because usually villains are the heroes of their own story, and I don't think that you're even a villain. You're just like a lump. That's it.
I was gonna say like that. I think that Moses being a bad person is more on a micro level.
What do you mean by that?
It seems where Trisha seems to just
like
be,
he's good at hiding it. Is that what you mean?
No, micro level, as in like him to another person.
Okay,
where,
I
like,
see what
Trisha
you're saying.
is spewing out lies to like the public.
Mm-hmm.
And do I think she's probably shady to people who are close to her? Yes.
Yeah, I think that Moses is
but
more.
You know
of
what I'm
I think
saying?
Moses is a more methodical bad person.
Yeah, I think that Moses is probably methodical. Trisha's stupid.
I think Trisha
and like doing things to the public that then affects the people closer because she has to.
But
stay
I don't think that
consistent
I don't think that she necessarily realizes it. I think, like we were saying before,
she just
she's
has to
caught
keep her story straight.
Yeah, she's just so caught up in being like a victim and like being relevant on the internet that she's saying crazy shit. Moses is just an asshole that wants to sleep with young girls.
He's a man.
Yeah, he's a man. Young girls, they're still age of consent. Anyway, I've addressed all this stuff endlessly on frenemies, on my old podcasts and videos. People bring up the same shit. No, you didn't. People harassing me about events in my life makes me sick to my stomach. I mean, not for nothing, but you're a public figure. That's what life is about.
Harassing me about events in my life makes me sick to my stomach. Stop lying about events in your life.
That's true. Good point.
Lying about the most like traumatic and like sensitive things in a person's life. So
that's true.
That's not. She's not like my house costs this much money and she lied about it. She's like, oh, I have all these diagnoses and all of these traumas.
Yeah, but then the second like Dr. Drew's like, no, you don't, and she's like, oh, okay, and that was the extent of that. Don't do that.
Keep fucking reading.
I will not entertain it on the most vulnerable parts of my life. That's just her way of saying since I'm going to use the fact that it's sensitive information to not talk about it when I've been caught lying about it. About my relationship, whatever. Talking about something I wasn't comfortable with talking about for so long, physically can't take it. Shut up. If you weren't comfortable, then you wouldn't have talked about it and you wouldn't have lied about it. The thing is, I was called a liar back then. The same shitty things happened to me over and over again, and it's why I never said anything, and I never will again. Oh, I hate that. That's such a scummy thing to do. Because what she's saying there is basically we're all engaging in rape culture by telling her that, invalidating her trauma. And she's like, well, back then they didn't believe me and now they don't now. And you're a bad person and I don't have to talk about it. But she was caught lying. She told us all we could go look up this teacher that she said molested her and then got arrested for CP doesn't exist. And then she changed the story to make that two different people later on. So she got caught lying. So we're calling her out for being a liar, not because we invalidate trauma survivors. Think about what could possibly be defending it. You don't believe me? Much worse happened with worse people, and I should say those names. But why would anyone believe me them right now? I'm a liar, so I guess okay. Abuse doesn't happen to me. That's also shitty because she was perfectly comfortable lying about somebody who she said got arrested. So if you have the real person that did this to you and got arrested for the CP, all you have to do is expose them, and it'll grant you just an immense amount of validity to your arguments. Then we can go like, okay, she has a trauma, but what's going on? And we can start piecing the puzzle pieces together. But she's not doing that. She's just saying, I don't have to talk about it. Why would you believe me now? She does. You know who else did that? Joe Robe. He did the same thing. You guys don't know who Joe Robe is. TikToker with like 4 million followers who was using his platform to talk to underage people, boys. And when everything came out, he's like, nobody will believe me anyway, so I'm not going to bother saying anything. A friend of them said that to me, told me about that. That's just going to be like, well, let's say mythical, but I wouldn't say manipulative language. Think about what you could possibly, we said that. I've only ever shared stories with other people when other people come out with theirs first. I have so many awful, unmentionable things that have happened to me in my life, but I'll wait till others share their shit and time in. People only believe me when others have the same story. Nobody believes you at all, so shut up. See, but that's very telling to me. I don't know if you want to weigh in. To me, what she's saying is, I'm going to wait for a particular thing to be socially palatable, and then I'm going to ride that trend by saying something that aligns with that thing.
Yeah,
that's her whole thing. Well, being trans right now is very like it's something that's being trans. Being trans is becoming more acceptable, and so she's riding that trend of like, oh, I'm trans, or DID, or schizophrenia, or whatever the fuck is going on right in the now. She has that thing.
Yeah.
What are you fucking?
Because Trisha's so stupid.
I'm stupid?
Trisha's stupid.
Oh,
that's
yeah, she's stupid.
Laughing.
The internet doesn't care about anyone involved. They don't care about families that could be innocent. They don't care about anyone's well-being. They just care about harassing me and Moses. That's really fucked up, because we do care about families that could be innocent. That's why we're doing this, because a man who was like a beloved teacher with 0 arrest record is being slandered and called a pedophile with no proof that you said exists, which means that by that logic, you would have had to have verified it. So why don't you have that information? She doesn't have it. So we do care. There's a breeding place that starts all this. It's so toxic. It's so damaging. It's made so much private information of private people involved in my life and Moses's life public. This place deleted a lot, of course. Nothing when it comes to me. It's because, okay. I wish for it all to stop. I've been on the receiving end of fan hate mobs before. This has already gone too far, and nothing's being done about to stop it. The only way to incite more hate. I think that's in reference to Ethan making his thing here. So every time Ethan criticizes her reasonably, she goes, oh, there's a fan. Oh, you hate us. It's like, oh, it's just your fans hating me. She didn't do anything wrong by her logic. It's just fans hating her. That's it. I wish it would all stop. I've been on the receiving end. Oh, wait, we didn't do that. And anytime a jab is made against me, a joke is made against me, the hate piles up again. There's 2 instances of this in the past week, and the hate mob comes out. She's referring to Trisha on that. I'm pretty sure she's referring to that clip. I actually think I have that clip. I was gonna say, like, do you want to watch that? And then we can give our commentary on that.
And
can you hear this? Oh, you don't have your headset.
No.
Is your
Have you seen my wiener?
your what?
It's processing. Hold on. Give me a second.
Let's just fucking watch it, you know?
I don't think.
Listen, because I'm the one that played it, so if anything, I'm going to get the one with the...
we can talk about it.
He hams it up for like a solid 4 minutes before playing the clip, which is like, I'm not going to show it, but it's a lot.
Why it's taking so long to process here? It'll let me download it now. Let me just do that.
I'm trying to figure out what
Really
to get from
hammed
this
this
spot.
It started working for me.
Oh, wait, I heard it.
All
All
right.
right, go ahead.
Here we go.
Full screen it.
It's full screen.
GG.
really good, and I think people
Wait.
obviously.
Huh?
Wait, it's not that. It doesn't seem long enough. Like, we reflected on it for a while, didn't we? Okay, let's go.
It's almost 2 minutes long.
Okay, go ahead.
And it felt really good, and I think people liked that so much more. I saw a TikTok of this amazing artist named Inky Witch. I actually met her ironically.
Jesus, Zach, what the?
That's the clip, and then they go on about it. I find it funny because I just find it funny because I have the clip right here. I literally used it all the time. I wanted you to leave the headphones on because I could play it while you were going to talk, just to make fun of you. But
It's
you
just
already got
it's
rid of it.
not funny.
I like the clip. I think that specifically the audio is funny. The problem I have with it isn't whether it is or isn't funny. The problem that I have with it is that he stated very clearly, I'm not talking about Trisha. And I understand him doing this thing here where he has to talk about the frenemies thing and pulling the video down. That makes sense. It's a reasonable reason to go back on, I'm not talking about Trisha. But this just seemed more like I'm going to take shots at Trisha. And I find
well,
it, like,
yeah, so
kind
that's what's funny because you know Trisha's going to be like, oh my God, like they call me a bitch and like told me to shut up with that clip,
That's
blah,
true.
blah, blah. And like that's the funny part for them. But like this, I love you. This is like man humor.
That's
I feel.
true.
Like to me,
That's
like
true.
this is not funny.
You don't like The Rock?
I mean, like, I don't care.
Shut up, bitch. Got him.
But also you say that to me constantly.
No,
so maybe
I don't.
That's why
No, I
don't.
don't.
Think
I
it's
say,
funny.
shut mouth. And then you tell me to do the same thing. No, but I just kind of think it's like it's kind of old. Like if you're gonna say, hey, I'm done with somebody because they ruined my life, which is what he said, you should stop talking about them unless it's absolutely imperative. And so I understand he might actually have a lot of frustrations with Trisha. He probably does because she's a horrible person that's really tried to destroy his life.
I mean, like, where is their family at? Trisha and Moses are still together. Are they not talking to the family anymore? Moses'
not.
family does not seem. That family seems very like family over anything. You know what I
You mean a
mean?
little more conservative?
Yeah, like it doesn't seem like they're going to drop Moses.
No, of course not. But I'm just saying I think that he should have stopped talking about Trisha. It is funny. It's also like, what the fuck are we doing? You know, it kind of goes back on what he had said. That's just my take. I still kind of thought it was funny. I just wanted to say that. Somebody said, "Hey Papa Gut, I'm G Gangsty from Twitch. Love your videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate that." It is still funny. It's so funny. I love that audio. It's just so funny. I wish you left your headset on. I really wanted to just tell you to shut up with that audio. But that's okay. I'll get you later. Maybe.
Right.
I'll get you a little later. Okay. If it's not, this is something else, but this is very serious, and my pain is not up for discussion anymore. You don't get to demand nobody's oh, okay. I don't care. I think it's funny that she's in pain. Does that mean to say?
I don't care. I don't care how she feels.
If you so mean. Sorry. Okay, if you hate me and want to see the worst of me, please ignore me. Every time I mention on a podcast, the hate starts up, becomes volatile. I couldn't read that word.
Shut up, bitch!
I love that audio. Let me tell you, it's my favorite. I'm not sure what people want me to do. Lie about my past, break up with Moses, take KS myself.
Honestly, if she came forward and was like, "Listen,
I want you
been
to tell the
lying
truth
about all of this stuff,"
Yeah.
and like, here's what's really up in my life, she could move on and be fine.
Yeah. I've said it before. If she came forward and said, here's my real trauma, and I'm sorry that I got so caught up in the world of being popular, blah, 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 I made up some lies and I'm an asshole, I'd be like, okay, I'll stop talking about you.
I would probably become a Trisha fan again.
Well, let's take it easy. Okay. Relax.
You relax.
You relax a little bit.
You shut up, bitch.
But I kind of do agree, though. I would definitely respect her more somehow. I mean, like, it wouldn't make me respect her on the scale of respect, because like, here's a 0, here's 100, and she's at about like negative 1,000. Maybe I would go to like a negative 800. You know. Somebody said, "Wow, I'm Trisha Paytas, and I can drag anyone I want." At any time, but can't take any valid criticism. Why? I like that set you off. That was so funny. That's funny. Okay.
That's so fucking funny.
That is funny. I've literally stopped. Dude, bro, just right there. Like, imagine the framing here. Hey, you're a piece of shit that calls out everybody, and now you can't handle it when you get called out back. And she's like, "Well, I stopped doing that." It's like, what? Could you imagine like just going around like hitting people with bats like 50 times, and then you stopped for like a week, and someone's like, "I'm gonna hit you with a bat because you're an asshole." They're like, I stopped doing that. You can't hit me with a bat anymore. It's like, I'm still gonna hit you with a fucking bat. It doesn't make any sense. And I'll never do that shit again. The only reason she stopped is because she doesn't have a platform that accepts her doing that. That's it. She didn't stop out of her own like kindness of her heart. It's because she's getting absolutely railed both
She's
literally and metaphorically.
She's completely lost herself. So there's nothing left for her to be like validated on.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because with the whole like Gabby Hanna thing or whatever, like them going back and forth, like there was things Trisha could like hold up as evidence. Now like everything that she has or says is being questioned.
Yeah, absolutely, and she deserves it. Perhaps it is bad juju coming back around. Yes, it would be karma, bitch. It's why ultimately Frenemies ending was the best thing for me. No, it wasn't. I was taking shit. It was best thing for Ethan. Because this would have come out, I think, regardless. Maybe not.
Probably. Moses probably just taught her to say that as a guru.
Yeah. Yes.
As a positive.
You take the silver lining. That makes so much sense. But no, it's best for Ethan because she would have destroyed and damaged the fuck out of his career. I was taking shit just to be talking. I was talking shit just to talk shit, and that wasn't who I want to be. Yes, it is. Shut up. We stand the growth. I'm literally trying. What does she have? Does she have like a cancer? Because that was a little too mean. All right, what does she have? A mole? There we go. Because I'll stand the growth of her mole. Maybe this person subscribes to her OnlyFans.
Just keep reading.
That's so funny to me. I'm sorry, I cracked myself up.
You do.
It's so fun. I'm so funny. I'm really funny. I'm very funny. Oh God, I'm crying a little bit. Okay. I'm literally trying. That's why I deleted all my enemies' podcasts I did solo. I didn't like speculating or giving my 2 cents about situations I knew nothing about. It's dangerous, and it also doesn't help any other parties involved. That's true. That's why I don't do that. I make sure that I have a pretty reasonable understanding of the person, for the most part. Sometimes I get it wrong, but who doesn't?
On it?
She would just it's the same thing that they talked about, like frenemies, which is bullshit. It's like, oh, there's drama with my fucking toe fungus. It's, you know what I mean? But for the most part, she would use it as a platform to just talk shit about. She would just use it as a platform to talk shit about Ethan again. Mm-hmm. She did that all the time. It was always really about talking shit about frenemies and reframing the narrative. She would constantly talk about it. I think frenemies ending was a blessing in disguise because you seem a lot happier and get to see who is truly standing by your side. Dude, she does not seem happier. Is Trisha, or is this a Trisha account? Is this does she seem happier? Do you think she seems happier? Yeah, of course it's a Trisha Stan account. It's probably Trisha. Oh my God, guys, look, boyfriend fat shames girlfriend. Oh my God, wow, this is her OnlyFans. She's retweeting her own. Dude, this is just Trisha. I guarantee you. Honestly, it just wasn't for me. Yes, it was. You're so dumb. I run off emotion, heat of the moment, and ultimately, that's not good for a podcast. I think that might actually be a little not bad for a podcast. That's what makes it entertaining, no? I said a lot of things because I was triggered. I made fun of people's looks. The D'Amelio situation. Didn't even smell D'Amelio, right? Misspeaking on Mike plus Phase. Trying to be entertaining. It took a toll. Who the fuck wrote that, child? I think Moses wrote that one. Because Trisha actually does write well. But Moses doesn't. He's atrocious at writing. He's not that bad. People are going to hate me forever on the internet. I understand that. But nothing I do will ever be enough. Well, because we don't like lying. This is... Shut up. Hold on.
Shut up, bitch.
It's just so not funny.
It's so funny. It's so funny. I can't address every lie. That's true. She's made so many lies that she couldn't. Mm-hmm. I can't explain every situation, especially to people who ultimately don't care. No, we do care, Trisha. You know what's so funny about that, though? Most of the people, like a lot of my new followers, a lot of people are people who used to love Trisha, and that's why they're doing this. They're upset that she's such a dickheaded liar. If I come across defensive, it's because I am. I know I'm not a real person to anyone. I overshare my life, but I'm done owing the internet anything. Watch if you want, hate if you want, but I'm not ignoring things. I'm setting boundaries. Nah, shut up. This crazy hate for me and towards Moses, digging up the past, trying to find private peoples, started when frenemies ended. I monitored the subreddit like it's toxic. It's like a toxic ex-boyfriend. I see where all the stems come from. Oh, shut up. She's trying to blame Ethan for her fucking loser life. I'm so sorry H3 fans felt betrayed. Think I'm evil for talking to Keemstar. you're not evil, but you made a whole big deal about how you never talked to him, and then even passed up on opportunities to make money by talking to like Gabby Hanna because it just wasn't morally right to him. And you jumped on Keemstar the second it was relevant. You made this bullshit narrative about how you gotta talk to people, as if like she's some kind of like political fucking YouTuber now that likes to. We have to make sure we talk out all of our problems, and we have to come to the right conclusion. Shut up. I know they get a rise out of my reactions. Last night on my VIP live chat, they posted an unlisted link of the Reddit just so that they could watch and hate on me. You know what else they did? They posted on somebody paid for her live chat, and then they donated $5 so that to say that stealthing is rape. And they apparently the two of them, Moses and Trisha, scrambled to try to get rid of the message.
Did he do that to Trisha?
I don't know. That's just the claims that he did to the other girls.
Mm.
And when I say I'm sorry, I mean it. Me going on Keemstar podcast triggered all this hate. The jokes won't stop about me on the H3 podcast. Even last week, believe this, where I say I would take it all back. Just got that all back. Just got the hate to stop. That sounds about like with Trisha. She'll do something wrong, and then she'll apologize because people don't like it, not because she thinks she did anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's all Trisha does. My family's being harassed. Cops are showing up at our house. It's why I've been avoiding everything and acting like everything is fine. Just show us a picture of that. Show us a picture of the cops being there. Is this that? No, it's not. Probably a lie. I don't want more of this. I want it to stop. Engaging now will set off a whole new wave of this. And it's terrifying.
How much is left?
I know there's so it's
I'm
almost over.
like,
There's a
I'm
lot.
bored.
I'm sorry. There's just a lot, and I want to get through it.
That's fine. I'm sitting here.
You're so mean.
I'm just reading all the comments.
Anything interesting? My family's
Maffey
being
Taffy.
false. Okay, my family's being harassed. Cops. Oh, shut up. I will never address anything personal again, and yes, I will block anyone who presents anything from my past, Moses' past, etc. What needs to be dealt with offline, and everything else I post online is at my discretion and choosing. It's very interesting that she says that when she dragged all the frenemies drama online. When she originally, and now she's like, oh, well, I'm going to do everything offline. That's the way you're supposed to do it. But you dragged the whole frenemies thing online when you could have dealt with it offline. So, you got more inconsistencies. Here's a picture. You want to watch these young girls saying that they love Trisha?
I just think it's sad.
What'd you say?
I think it's sad.
That the girls like her?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is sad. The magic, because they're going to be like, I want to be Trisha when I grow up. Which means they have horrible parents that if they think that that's okay to be. Like, could you imagine your daughter? I want to be Trisha. No more phone. No more internet. That's the response to that.
It's just like, it's funny because I grew up, I loved Anna Nicole Smith. And like, I remember Trisha from when I was little as like reminding me of Anna Nicole.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense.
And like,
well,
she wanted to be
Anna Nicole. No?
But that's the thing. I think. Well, yeah, I believe so. But I think that there's like an issue with like the depth of how much someone wants to be like someone. Like I thought Anna Nicole Smith was beautiful, so I wanted to be like her. And like even when I was 18 for prom, I brought pictures of Anna Nicole Smith to like ask the girls to do my hair like hers.
Yeah, but
Trisha, like I was saying before, has no sense of self. And is literally just trying to like stay like as a hot topic. So like for young, I don't understand why girls would like Trisha, like the way, or women, whoever. I don't know why anyone would like Trisha.
It's like a pipeline
to such a degree of like praise, because like there's nothing to praise because there's no real like personality or anything that goes with it.
Yeah, right. It's like,
you know what I'm saying?
I understand. It's almost like a funnel. It's very interesting. It's like, I like that person that pretends to be everything else.
Yeah, like what? If like you admire her because of, let me think of like a phase. Like if you admire her, there's so many, I can't even
Well,
pick
she's a
one.
beautiful BBW trans queen though.
If you admire her because she identifies as a trans man,
yeah,
that's not one of her main identifiers anymore. So like she loses that thing that you admire her
that
for.
Makes sense,
you know what I'm saying?
I think it would be very, I honestly do feel like if she truly was like a trans man, why would, like, honestly, why not do some OnlyFans porn like that? Just not all the time, but like if it's your identity, why wouldn't you open up a little bit and do something like that?
Like I said before, I think that.
Thank you so much for the donation, by the way, VWB.
I don't know.
No, what were you saying before?
No, I like. She would have a lot more validity to her, and I think more acceptance if she like spoke about things as exploring them.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like I'm trying. I'm exploring my identity, my trans identity, or I'm exploring. I don't know, but I get what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense to me. But yeah, look at them. These kids are taking. I wonder how much she did pay these kids. I really do wonder how much. I mean, kids are dumb though.
Yeah,
we were at a family party yesterday, and all these kids were making TikToks, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I used to have 2.5 million followers and verified. I did get banned. That's a story for another day for people who don't know. But that's just like weird, dumb kids. What are you doing? They'll never be famous because it's just a bunch of kids. I'm cool though, so I'm gonna be famous. I'm just kidding. It was just a jarring experience. There's Trisha. She's not out and about as labeling as a trans man though. I'm surprised about that. I hope I'm not coming off as transphobic. I'm just making fun of Trish. Okay, well, there's some audio. Okay, I just don't know what part of Holly. Like, I mean, dude, look at the mom's taking a picture. Is that the mom? Come on, you idiot! What are you doing? You're poisoning your daughter.